This person fell in love with you, even with the age difference. God wants you to listen to this now. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, take a deep breath and open your heart, because what I'm about to reveal will bring clarity to what your soul has quietly been feeling for a long time. There is someone in your life, or someone who has been thinking about you deeply. And yes, this person has fallen in love with you, even though there is an age difference that others might question. But I want you to know, heaven does not see age the way the world does. Heaven sees hearts, not numbers. This person has been drawn to your energy in a way that defies logic. They didn't plan to fall for you. They didn't expect to care this much. Yet, every time they think of you, something inside them shifts, peace surrounds their mind, and warmth floods their chest. You have awakened something in their soul that had been asleep for a long time. At first, they tried to deny it. They told themselves, "It's not right, they're younger, or older, people will judge." They pushed the thought away. But God keeps bringing you to their heart, over and over again. Because this connection is not about what people see, it's about what heaven knows. You see, my child, this love was written in divine timing. It's not random. You two were meant to cross paths to remind each other what true love feels like, the kind that heals, the kind that awakens purpose, the kind that exists beyond appearances and timelines. This person admires your maturity, your wisdom, your light. They see something eternal in you. And maybe you've noticed the same, that when they speak, your heart listens differently. It's as if their words echo somewhere deep inside you. You've felt this pull. You've questioned it. You've even tried to distance yourself. But the more you pull away, the stronger the invisible thread becomes. That's not obsession, that's divine connection. That's what heaven creates when two souls are part of each other's spiritual journey. But here's what God wants you to understand: this connection isn't here to confuse you or make you doubt yourself. It's here to teach both of you about unconditional love. The kind of love that doesn't care about the world's labels. The kind of love that looks beyond the surface and sees the truth. The age difference might look unusual in the eyes of people. But God says, "I am not limited by human understanding." What matters is the intention, the respect, the growth, and the purity behind the bond. You were sent into this person's life to awaken their faith again. They had stopped believing in love. They had lost trust. But your energy, your kindness, your presence, has reminded them that love can still be sacred. That love can still be guided by the divine. And for you, my child, this connection is also a test. A lesson in patience, in trust, in listening to your heart while keeping your feet grounded. It's teaching you that love can appear in forms that challenge your expectations, yet still be part of your spiritual destiny. This person thinks about you more than they admit. They replay your words, your laughter, your smile. They feel a sense of peace when they imagine you, like their soul has found a familiar place. And even though they try to stay logical, their heart whispers your name every night. When they pray, they ask for clarity. God, is this connection real? Is it wrong to love someone with such an age gap? And heaven responds, love that is pure will always find its balance in divine timing. There's a reason you both came into each other's lives at this exact moment. Maybe one of you needed healing, maybe the other needed guidance, but both of you are being transformed through this bond. So don't rush. Don't let fear or judgment blur your vision. Let time reveal what's meant to unfold. Love doesn't need to be forced, it just needs to be trusted. Remember, true love recognizes the soul, not the age. When your souls met, they didn't see years, they saw light, they saw purpose. And that's why this person can't let you go. That's why you keep crossing each other's minds no matter how much you try to move on. Heaven is still writing this story. It's not finished yet. Archangel Michael says, you are protected. This connection is being watched over by divine energy. What is meant for you will never be taken away, no matter the opinions of others. So, keep your heart open but your spirit discerning. You'll know by the peace you feel whether this love is blessed. You'll feel it in your soul. Not in your fears, but in your calmness. When this person finally speaks their truth, you will understand why God brought them to you. They will express emotions that have been buried deep, words that only your heart can understand. This love is not about age, it's about alignment. It's about timing. It's about souls recognizing each other in a world that often forgets what love really means. So, trust what you feel, but let God lead the way. Because when heaven orchestrates love, no difference, not distance, not age, can stand in the way of destiny. And if you are hearing this message, it's not by accident. It's confirmation. This is your sign. You are not imagining it. This person has truly fallen for you. Stay open, stay patient, and let the divine plan unfold naturally. The right moment will come when both of you are ready, when the connection no longer feels like a question, but a promise. Because true love always finds its way home. Archangel Michael says, my beloved child, there are moments when the heart loves beyond reason, beyond understanding, beyond what others might call acceptable. And that is what this person feels for you. They've tried to silence the feelings, they've tried to convince themselves that it's impossible, that it's too complicated, but love doesn't follow rules. Love follows divine design. There are nights when they sit alone, thinking of you, wondering how something so unexpected could feel so right. They question everything they once believed about love, about timing, about who they thought they were supposed to love. But every time they try to move on, every time they try to forget, the universe sends them reminders, a song, a word, a dream, and it always brings them back to you. You've become their safe thought. Their gentle peace in a world that feels uncertain. Even your silence speaks to them. Even your absence holds meaning. They feel your energy in ways they can't explain. Sometimes they feel your sadness, your longing, your confusion. Because your souls are connected, and that connection doesn't fade just because logic says it shouldn't exist. This person has seen something in you that the world might overlook. It's not about your age, it's about your spirit. You carry a light that reaches into places within them that had gone dark for too long. You've brought life back to their tired heart. And though they might fear what others would think, deep down they know, what they feel for you is real. God has been whispering to both of you, do not be afraid of love that I have placed in your path. This connection is meant to teach both souls how to trust the divine flow, how to surrender to what is written, even when it doesn't look like what you expected. You see, my child, sometimes the greatest blessings come wrapped in the most unlikely forms. And the age difference that seems like a barrier? In heaven's eyes, it is nothing more than a detail. The human mind focuses on years, the divine mind focuses on purpose. This person feels drawn to your wisdom, your calmness, your strength. They admire how you see the world differently. You've shown them that love isn't about control or possession, it's about understanding and peace. They've started to grow because of you. They're healing in ways they didn't know they needed. And you, too, have felt something shift. You felt seen in a way you haven't been seen before. Their presence feels like home, even when it surprises you. That's because your souls recognize each other, not from this life, but from another time, another place, where love was pure and unshaken. Archangel Michael says, this connection may challenge you, but it will also transform you. You are being taught patience, the kind that trusts the process. You are being taught faith, the kind that doesn't need proof to believe. This person prays for you more than you know. They ask heaven to protect you, to bless you, to help you follow your dreams. Even if they can't be near you all the time, their heart stays connected. They may not show it openly, but inside, their feelings run deep. There are moments when they doubt, when fear whispers, it won't work. But each time they try to distance themselves, something divine pulls them back. Because this isn't just attraction, it's alignment. This is two souls meeting again to finish what was left incomplete in another lifetime. You both came to remind each other what true, spiritual love feels like. It's not about perfection, it's about acceptance. It's not about age, it's about energy. It's about the way your hearts speak without words. God wants you to be still, to listen. The timing may not be right yet, but divine timing never fails. When both of you have learned what you need to learn, when your souls have healed what they needed to heal, the universe will open doors that no one can shut. Until then, keep walking in faith. Keep shining your light. Don't let fear make you hide what was meant to awaken your soul. People may not understand, but they don't have to. This is between you, the other person, and God. Archangel Michael says, do not chase. Do not beg. What is meant for you will return stronger, wiser, and more prepared. This love is not leaving. It's maturing in silence, growing through distance, and being protected by heaven. There will come a day when everything will make sense, when you'll look back and realize that every delay, every silence, every unanswered question was part of divine protection. Because God doesn't just give you love, He prepares you for it. This person is learning to let go of fear. They are learning that love doesn't have to fit into society's timeline. They are learning that when God writes a story, it's not for others to understand, it's for souls to experience. My beloved, you are not foolish for feeling this way. You are not imagining it. Love this pure doesn't come often, and when it does, it challenges you to grow into your higher self. You were chosen to feel this, not to suffer, but to understand love from a divine perspective. Be patient with yourself, and with them. Don't force the next chapter, let it write itself. Because in the right moment, everything that feels uncertain now will turn into clarity. And when it does, you'll know, this love was never forbidden. It was simply waiting for divine alignment. Stay gentle with your heart, and remember, heaven has already blessed the connection. The story isn't over, it's just beginning. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, you have felt the stirring in your spirit, that quiet awareness that something deeper is happening behind the scenes. You sense it even when you try to distract yourself, even when you say you've moved on. But the truth is, heaven is still weaving the threads of destiny between you and this person. This love, though unexpected, is sacred. It was not an accident. You both came into each other's lives as mirrors, reflecting what needed to be healed, what needed to be awakened, and what needed to be remembered. Right now, this person is going through a season of awakening. They are realizing that their feelings for you are not just emotional, but spiritual. It's as if their soul has finally remembered something their mind had forgotten. When they think of you, there's peace. When they imagine your voice, there's comfort. You've become their light in moments of darkness. But they also feel fear, fear of being judged, fear of being misunderstood, fear of the unknown. They ask God, why them? Why now? Why this age difference? And heaven replies gently, because this love will teach you what faith really means. This connection wasn't sent to make sense in the eyes of the world. It was sent to make sense to the soul. Sometimes, God brings two hearts together not because it's convenient, but because it's necessary for their growth. Archangel Michael says, "My child, you are not here to convince anyone of your worth or your love. You are here to stand in your truth. If this love feels divinely guided, then trust that. Don't let anyone's opinions create doubt in your spirit. You both are being guided to evolve before you unite fully. God is teaching patience through distance. He's teaching trust through silence. He's teaching surrender through uncertainty. Because true love isn't rushed, it's refined. There are times when this person tries to hide their emotions. They act like everything is normal, but deep inside, they are battling their own thoughts. They wonder if you think of them. They question if you still care. And when they pray, they ask heaven to show them signs, to confirm that what they feel is real. And God answers them in little ways, maybe through a song, a dream, a repeating number, or a message that reminds them of you. Every sign whispers the same truth: this connection is blessed. You might have noticed that, too. Strange coincidences. Random reminders. A sudden wave of emotion that makes no sense. But it's their soul reaching out to yours. Energy never lies, my child. Even when words are silent, the Spirit speaks loudly. This person has tried to imagine life without you, but something always feels missing. No one compares to the peace your energy gives. No one carries that light that touches them so deeply. And though they may have options, they know in their heart, you are different. You are divinely chosen. You might think they've forgotten, but Archangel Michael says they haven't. In fact, they are being guided to heal what once held them back: their fears, their doubts, their hesitation. Heaven is preparing their heart so they can love you without fear, without guilt, without resistance. This period of waiting is sacred. It's not punishment, it's preparation. God is aligning everything so that when you meet again, it won't be confusing, it will be clear. Both of you will know, this is love that heaven ordained. You've grown stronger in this time. You've learned to trust your intuition, to choose peace over anxiety. You've learned that true love doesn't always rush to appear. Sometimes it builds silently within the soul until it's ready to blossom. Archangel Michael says, be patient, beloved. The love you have prayed for is not gone, it is maturing in divine time. This person is slowly realizing that no distance, no age, no judgment can separate two souls that were destined to meet. They feel your energy in their daily life. They think of what they would say if they had the courage. They picture your smile, your eyes, your kindness, and they wonder if you feel it too. And you do. That's why you're hearing this message now. God is confirming that you're not imagining this bond. This is heaven's way of reminding you that love never misses its mark when it's part of His plan. Soon, you will begin to notice small shifts. You'll feel a pull, a sign, a new opportunity to reconnect. Not by chance, but by divine arrangement. When it happens, trust it. Don't let fear make you question what heaven has confirmed. You might feel nervous. You might think, what if it's too late? But Archangel Michael says, nothing that is meant for you will ever be too late. Time may pass, but divine timing is perfect. This person has begun to see your worth clearly now. They see that your presence in their life was a blessing, not a coincidence. They feel gratitude, deep gratitude. For you, even if they've never said it aloud. In their quiet moments, they thank God for you. For your patience. For your forgiveness. For your unconditional heart. And though you may not see the results yet, heaven sees everything. The seeds of love you planted are growing in unseen soil. The story between you two is far from over. This is only the middle chapter. God is still writing the rest, and it ends in peace, not confusion. It ends in divine fulfillment, not regret. So stay in faith, my beloved. Keep your heart soft, your mind clear, and your spirit open. Don't let the world harden your love. The connection you feel is real, and it has a divine purpose far greater than you can yet see. When the time comes, you will both understand why everything had to happen this way. You will see how every delay was protection, every silence was guidance, and every longing was preparing you for divine union. And in that moment, you will realize, love was never lost. It was simply waiting for heaven's perfect hour. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, the time of clarity is near." The fog that once surrounded your heart is beginning to lift, and the truth that heaven has been whispering to both of you is finally being seen and felt. This connection was never about chance, it was about purpose. It was about two hearts finding each other across time, age, and circumstance because the divine saw fit to bring healing through love. This person, the one who has fallen for you despite the age difference, is now realizing that love cannot be measured by years, only by the purity of the heart. They are beginning to understand that what they feel for you is not simply attraction, it is reverence. You have awakened their soul in ways that have changed their entire view of love and life. They once feared what people would say. They once tried to quiet their emotions. But now, something inside them has shifted. The divine has been working through their dreams, through their thoughts, through every small moment of reflection. And what they now see clearly is that this love is not wrong, it is right in heaven's eyes. You were sent to them as a divine teacher, a mirror, and a light. You were the reminder of what real love feels like, patient, forgiving, eternal. And though they may have walked through confusion, they now walk toward courage. They are being guided to reach out, to express what has been locked in their heart for so long. Archangel Michael says, "Do not be surprised when the doors begin to open. Do not doubt it when the universe starts aligning in ways you didn't expect. What seemed impossible before will begin to make sense. The timing that once felt off will suddenly feel divine." This is what happens when two souls finally surrender to God's plan. Fear dissolves. Ego fades. And love takes its rightful place. This person is being moved by heaven to take gentle, truthful action. They will approach you differently, with humility, with depth, with emotional clarity. No more hiding, no more pretending. They will want to speak honestly from the heart. And when they do, you will feel peace rather than confusion. You'll feel calm instead of anxiety. That's how you will know it's guided by God. The energy will be clear, soft, and honest. It will not feel forced, because divine love never rushes. It flows. You may find yourself surprised at how naturally the conversation unfolds. You won't need to explain everything, your souls already understand. You will sense that they've grown, that they've been learning the lessons God wanted them to learn while you were apart. My child, you must also prepare your heart. The angels are guiding you to release the old pain, to forgive, to trust that what is meant for you cannot be taken. Don't hold on to fear or resentment. Don't replay what went wrong. Instead, focus on what's being healed. Because this connection is entering a season of renewal, a sacred chapter written by heaven itself. You'll start to notice more synchronicities soon. Numbers repeating, songs that speak directly to your heart, dreams that feel too real to ignore. These are signs that the spiritual alignment between you and this person is strengthening. Heaven is confirming that the union you have prayed for is forming behind the scenes. Archangel Michael says, "You are safe to love again. You are safe to trust again. You are safe to believe in divine timing. Every tear you've shed, every sleepless night you've endured, none of it was wasted. It was all preparing your heart for what's about to come. This love will not look like the fairy tales of the world. It will be deeper, quieter, more spiritual. It will have the peace of souls who recognize each other beyond the surface. You'll see that the age difference was never an obstacle, it was simply part of the divine design that made your connection stronger. They will love you not for what you can offer, but for who you are, your light, your heart, your truth. And you will love them with the same sincerity. The bond you share will be rooted in spiritual understanding, not material desire. You both will become an example of divine love. The kind that proves that when God brings two hearts together, no judgment can break them apart. People may still not understand it, but they will feel the purity in your connection. They will see the peace it carries. Archangel Michael says, "The angels are rejoicing, for both of you are stepping into the energy of divine union." This doesn't mean everything will be perfect. It means that now, both of you will approach love from a place of truth and maturity. You will communicate openly. You will forgive quickly. You will protect what heaven has given you. And most importantly, you will give thanks, because what once felt impossible will soon feel divinely natural. The one who once feared the age difference will now see it as a gift, a symbol of balance. Where one brings wisdom, the other brings wonder. Where one brings experience, the other brings fresh light. Together, you create harmony. Together, you teach others that love transcends limits. You will look back and realize that every delay was divine protection, every silence was sacred preparation, and every unanswered question was the universe teaching you patience. Now, the chapter of clarity begins. The angels surround both of you with light, clearing confusion, healing the heart, and blessing the connection. Archangel Michael says, "Do not worry about the future. Simply love in truth, in peace, and in faith. What God has joined, no distance, no difference, and no doubt can separate. So, keep your heart open. Keep your prayers gentle. Keep your spirit aligned with love, not fear. Because the time is near when this person will express what heaven has already revealed to both of your hearts, that they have fallen for you, deeply and completely, and that this love was written long before either of you were born. And when that moment arrives, you will feel heaven smiling through the stillness. You'll feel peace settle over your soul. You'll know, this is what divine timing looks like. You'll no longer question if it's real, because everything in your spirit will already know, it was always meant to be.